Okay. Eddie Kingston returns after over a year. Bless his little pea-pigging heart. He got a nice pop. He got some Eddie chants. Remember when they announced this match? Why would they do this? Why would they not only have Eddie Kingston in his return booked against Big Bill, not only for the result, really, but for the match? And it was everything that a babyface return shouldn't be. He got the teetotal shit beat out of him the whole time. Now, he's had 16 months to diet and train. And I don't, is his belly a little smaller than it was, Brian? But is he a little paler to make up for it?
I thought he looked good when he had the shirt on, when he had the Claudio Sucks Egg shirt. I'm like, oh, he looks like he's lost weight. And then when he took the shirt off, I'm like, well, maybe. I can't really tell.
Well, the thing is,
the fans are really happy to see him, though. He's the guy. Yes. He's one of these guys the fans chose, and the push never went to the place the fans wanted it to go.
And that's why this was the wrong opponent. The people wanted to see Eddie Kingston come back after this horrific injury, do his shit against somebody that'll give him a little workout and win in 8 or 10 minutes so they can feel good. And you're preparing for the future. Because if you do that 2 or 3 times over the period of a month or two, then Big Bill could have come out and said, why is Eddie Kingston getting all this time when all he does is beat these fucking nobodies? He wouldn't last 5 minutes with me. Oh, Kingston, come out. You want to bet? And here we go. Something. But instead, his first time back in a year and a half, you have a giant that makes him look even more physically like shit, beat the shit out of him over and over, and sell nothing. Practically, which he shouldn't because he's a giant. But then they did the deal where in the backhand is Kingston's finish, right? The spinning backhand, which again is stupid, and you can see he's got his hand open.
This part, yeah.
But Big Bill foiled the backhand and barely hit a Bubba Slam on Kingston. After when Kingston was he made a comeback. It wasn't a good comeback, but he made a comeback. And then Big Bill stopped him again, barely got the Bubba Slam. He was spun him like 2 feet off the ground because they got their balance off. And then another one that wasn't much better, and it made it dull because once Kingston made his comeback, they should have just gone. But now he stopped him again. Then Kingston hits a DDT and hit his back fist that should have been it again. It should have been it. 1 count. What the fuck? So then Kingston runs into a boot, but Big Bill misses a charge in the corner. Kingston schoolboys him and gets a 2 count. And then Kingston gets up and his Big Bill is still halfway down on his knees. He swung the back fist and missed it. And Tony Schiavone said, oh, I missed it. And I think even Excalibur said, glancing blow. And Big Bill just crumpled and he covered him 1, 2, 3. And then they jumped in saying, oh, I guess he hit him a glancing blow on the temple. God damn it. I've never seen a guy win a match and it make him look more like shit.
You know, the fans.
I'm just going the first back fist, boom, down 1, 2, 3. That's the finish. That's his finish. Comes out of nowhere. If they'd have done that, it'd have been all right. But the fucking whiffing the goddamn knockout blow on a 7-foot man put it over the top of the bottom. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, when he first came out there, I'm like, yeah, Eddie Kingston. Everyone's into him. Good to see him back. First thing he did, I think, was like laying a chop. And I'm like, oh no, I forgot about his, like, what he's into, which is like his tribute to All Japan in the 90s. And I didn't think this was very good. And then the finish was pretty embarrassing. I mean, the fact that he missed it, and then they just still went to the finish. They still went to the pin. It looks so bad.
But do you see what I'm saying? They just rushed everything. All they had to do was bring Kingston back and show the people that he was still able to walk with all of his fucking surgeries and have him beat somebody with his back fist, and they'd been happy. And it also reminds people about his back fist that he hasn't done in a year and a fucking half. And then do it again 2 or 3 weeks later. And maybe even again. Go crazy. Just to let people know and remind them. And then you have the big fucking giant have the issue if you want to, because then you've established something instead of bringing the guy, a baby face, back so that he can get the shit kicked out of him and then whiff his finish and then get the shit kicked out of him by Brian Keith and old Bill until the hook sign came out.
Oh, to no reaction whatsoever. Did you hear the reaction when they hit the music and played or flashed the light? No, reaction.
I didn't. No, I didn't hear the reaction. That's the point. And the giant bails from the child Hook, and they beat up Brian Keith. And Kingston hugs Hook. So, they live in the same tenement in New York, I understand. Over there in where was it that Brooklyn Heights, where Patty's only seen the sights? That's probably where they live.
A hot dog makes her lose control?
Yes. Well, one of these hot dogs looks like Kingston ate all the hot dogs.
That's not nice, and that's your review of the Eddie Kingston Big Bill match.
Yes, it was.